The mountain path in lantern line descends through pine and salted brine. The sea below in darkened sweep moves slow against the granite steep. The prince steps down with tempered breath, his stride released from inland depth. The wind that climbs the cliffside wall arrives in hush, not harsh at all. A pair of homes with cedar beams emit a glow in softened streams. Their windows lit in amber hue reflect the tide in broken blue. An elder leans along the rail, his pipe embered, his posture pale. He nods to greet the passing tread. No word exchanged, no gesture spread. The path continues carved in stone, its edges worn by nights long known. The prince walks on through salted air, a sovereign welcomed by the stair. A pine bridge spans the darkened cove, its planks in silver resin rove. The lanterns hung from braided line cast halos thin on brine and pine. The prince steps out where timbers sing, a low, salt-tempered whispering. The tide below in patient roll keeps steady time like harbour bell toll. A fisher mends a net of twine, his fingers sure in quiet design. He lifts his head with easy grace, a weathered warmth upon his face. Two children watch the water's sheen, their laughter small, their gestures clean. They toss a pebble into night, then hush to see its swallowed light. The bridge gives way in gentle bend, its rail a guide that seems to tend. The prince moves on through salted air, held steady by the mountain stair. A terrace carved from granite's side reveals warm homes in lantern pride. Their shutters, framed in softened wood, hold back the sea as well they could. The prince walks past a half-closed door, where cedar smoke drifts to the shore. The scent of bread and ocean steam mingles in tempered harbour dream. A baker wipes her flour-dusted hand, her apron tied with woven band. She nods to him with kindly cheer, a welcome shaped for travellers here. Two neighbours share a kettle's pour, their cups aligned on polished floor. They speak in tones both low and kind, as wind hums softly through the pine. The terrace hums in amber thread, its warmth by salt and mountain fed. The prince descends in measured flow, toward deeper lights that wait below. A stair of slate in angled run cuts downward from the cliffside sun. Its steps reflect the lantern's ring, a quiet arc in everything. The prince moves slow through salted gust, his cloak brushed light with coastal dust. The wind that climbs from harbour floor arrives subdued at granite door. A lantern keeper trims a wick, her movements deft, her timing quick. She lifts the glass with tempered hand, restoring glow along the land. Two travellers pause to watch the tide, their shoulders warm at either side. They smile to him with rested ease, content beneath the leaning trees. The stair descends in softened seam, each step aligned with ocean's dream. The prince continues down the height, a sovereign wrapped in mountain night. An overlook of weathered stone extends above the harbour's tone. The boats below in lantern thread appear like stars in black water spread. The prince stands still along the wall, his breath released, his posture tall. The mountain at his back keeps guard, the sea before him deep and broad. A watchman warms his gloved hands near a brazier lit for passing year. He bows with quiet seasoned grace, a nod refined by time and place. Two lovers lean on salt-worn rail, their whispers thin against the gale. They share a sugared citrus peel, a sweetness shaped for night to feel. The harbour hums in muted keep, its lanterns floating wide and deep. The prince turns from the silver view, drawn further down where lights accrue. A ropeway ledge along the stone is bound by knots the years have known. The hempen rails in salted line are rough with brine and mountain pines. The prince moves through the narrow pass, his shoulder near the cliffside grass. Below, the harbour breathes in sweep, a dark expanse both wide and deep. A woman hangs fresh lantern glass, each globe aligned as nights advance. She wipes the salt from crystal skin, restoring amber light within. Two youths sit cross-legged by the wall, carving driftwood shapes so small. They lift their pieces, proud and bright, then grin and fade into the night. The ropeway bends toward lower ground, its lanterns humming steady sound. The prince descends in softened air, the harbour widening below the stair. A courtyard carved from inner stone reveals a well the tides have known. Its bucket rests on weathered beam, its water dark with silver gleam. The prince steps near the moss-bound rim, the lanterns flickering soft and dim. The well exhales a salted breath, a cooling balm for cliffside depth. A keeper draws a measured pail, her posture firm, her features pale. She pours the water into clay, then nods and turns without delay. Two elders sit on cedar bench, their coats perfumed with ocean stench. They share a tale of winter squall, their voices calm despite it all. The courtyard hums in balanced seam, a resting pool of harbour dream. The prince walks on with gentle pace, toward docks that glow in lower space. A timbered path of net and beam extends above a tidal stream. The ropes are strung from post to post, a lattice shaped by harbour host. The prince moves slow where nets are spread, their fibres damp from brine and thread. The scent of tar and cedar wood unfolds beneath the mountain hood. A fisherwoman mends a tear, her needle drawn both fine and clear. She greets him with a lifted chin, then threads the gap once more again. Two lantern boys replace a flame, their fingers black with wick and frame. They laugh in hush and share a glance, then set the light to quiet stance. The timbered way descends in line, its lantern arcs in amber shine. The prince nears water's darker seam, where docks extend like folded dream. The harbour edge in granite band meets wooden hull and salted sand. The boats lie tethered in slow sway, their lanterns dim but never grey. The prince steps out upon the dock, its boards worn smooth by rope and rock. The tide beneath in muted roll keeps steady time against the hull. A boatwright oils a cedar spar, his hands both strong and bearing scar. He nods to him in grounded grace, his work a hymn to sea and place. Two travellers warm their palms by coal, their laughter small but rich and whole. They offer him a seat of crate, a welcome free of weight or state. The harbour breathes in silver thread, its lanterns scattered wide and spread. The prince moves on along the quay, toward deeper lights beside the sea. A row of inns along the tide appears where mountain meets the wide. Their shutters closed, but lanterns lit, cast amber arcs where currents sit. The prince walks past in measured flow, his breath aligned with sea below. The wind that climbs the cliff behind arrives now softened, warm and kind. An innkeeper sweeps salted plank, her lantern steady, wick unranked. She pauses as he passes near, then bows with coastal warmth sincere. Two sailors share a loaf of rye, their boots unbound, their laughter dry. They speak of nets and calmer seas, their voices wrapped in harbour breeze. The lantern row in quiet gleam extends along the tidal seam. The prince walks on through salt and pine. Arc one closes, whole and fine.